Hey guys, it's Goosebumps Completionist, and I have a very exciting news type of video. This is going to be very short, but I want to share it with you all. We have officially entered a brand new era of Goosebumps merchandise. As of today, with this announcement, Trick or Treat Studios has announced a toy line. A toy line of 5 figures, and technically a 6th as a Build-A-Figure add-on, to be released in the near future. As of now, on their website, which I will post a link to the description of these toy figures in the description of the video and in the comment section. As of now, there's no price, there's no set release date, but we know, based on the prototype pictures, on which monsters we're getting. So, in case you don't know, Trick or Treat Studios has had a working relationship with the Goosebumps IP for many years. Trick or Treat Studios is responsible for that repop, pretty much life-size Slappy Dummy that's made to look like the original Goosebumps show. They also made a line of masks, which included the Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns mask, the Haunted masks, and some other ones. I think they also did a Slappy mask from the original show. And they also have a line of, more affordable masks that are more plasticky and stuff like that. And recently, they also said they're going to be coming out with Goosebumps magnets, and this excited the fan base. But having a toy line of Goosebumps being made means a new era to me. We have been in an era, I think post-movies, where the movies, they did have, costumes in Spirit Halloween. They did have some promotional toys and items, like a bag. They had a bobblehead Slappy, some other weird things associated with the movies. But we haven't had a toy line outright since the 1990s. This is like heyday Goosebumps we're dealing with. We are no longer just dealing with t-shirts that you can go out to TJ Maxx and buy, because that's the only thing they've been making. Or wherever place sells t-shirts, right? This is massive. We already have the Loungefly backpacks, right? And all that associated with that. And what's to be implied? Probably Funko Pops, because Loungefly and Funko Pops are tied at the hip. So that's exciting, right? Five Below doesn't have this yet, but they told me that they're going to be getting posters for the Goosebumps IP in soon. Which probably means if they're making stationary items like posters, that we're probably going to get new folders, new notebooks. So check those Five Belows, check those Dollar Trees, check those Office Maxes soon. I know a few years ago, I think they did one for Let's Get Invisible, which is kind of cool. But that's the only thing I can think of that going on in the past few years. Hot Topic is rolling out a line of wrapping paper for the holiday season themed with Goosebumps. So now we have Goosebumps wrapping paper. There's also a random puzzle you can get at Barnes & Noble that has Stay Out of the Basement on it, which I have, and I've already showed a picture of it on my community post. But all of this stuff just signifies to me that all of us Goosebumps fans are about to go broke. We're about to be shelling out a lot of money. I know when those Kawhi Leonard shoes came out, everybody that wanted them pre-ordered them and got them. I have them. They cost a lot of money, but that was like the biggest Goosebumps merch drop in a long time. What I'm hoping to see from this, now that we got Trick or Treat Studios toys, is more Goosebumps attention, specifically in the annual seasonal stores like Spirit Halloween. I'm hoping that moving forward next year, we'll have a little mini Goosebumps section of just lunch boxes, lanyards, the whole 9 yards. That's where I'm thinking this IP can go, right? And the toy line just is the pinnacle peak of this all happening. Trust me when I say this. Whenever they go on pre-order, I'm buying them, because that is just insane to me. It makes me feel like a little kid again, when I had my little Horrorland horror figure and my Scarecrow Walks of Midnight figure, and I would play with those as a child. This is just next level. So, with the cat out of the bag, which monsters are they putting in the toy line? You probably have been curious this whole video. Well, if you want to know what monsters are going to be in the toy line, we'll list them here. So one of the big ones I noticed off the bat is going to be Slappy the Dummy. He's the tiniest figure of this of the collection, but Slappy is going to be in this toy line. The second biggest one, I would say, for most of you, is the Haunted Mask. Yes, Carly Beth in her iconic overalls wearing the green haunted mask is the second figure. And the other three are former 90s mascot monsters that I'm glad to see come back. We have the Scarecrow from The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. I loved that book as a kid, and I had the toy myself, so it's kind of cool seeing a Scarecrow toy getting made in this line. And then the other two main ones are Prince Koru from Return of the Mummy. He was the Mummy mascot for many years. And then the Mud Monster. One of the Mud Monsters from You Can't Scare Me is getting a toy. Now you might be asking, there's a sixth Build-A-Figure, right? So the way Trick or Treat Studios described it is if you get all 5 main figures and you open them up, you get the parts and pieces to build a sixth figure. And that sixth figure is Curly the Skeleton. Yes, Curly the Skeleton is getting an action figure. How hype is that? This is just really great news to me. Now, I will say, looking at the prototypes, because this is all we've seen so far, just on the prototypes, to offer minor critiques, the Haunted Mask figure looks kind of stocky, kind of bulky for Carly Beth in my head. I don't know why she's so big, but we'll see what they do with that one. And then, I don't really like figures like this. I've never historically liked figures that don't have bendable elbows and knees. And these don't seem like they're going to be the figures to have those. Now, that's not really the biggest thing, because who's going to be playing action figures with these things? They're probably going to be sitting on people's shelves as collectibles, brought down every once in a while to be played with. And, yeah. But I do think that that might be kind of annoying if you want to take them out and play with them. But, you know, I'm a grown man. You know, I'm 30, pushing 30 years old. I'm probably not going to be playing with these. And if I'm being honest, I'm probably not going to take them out of the packaging. But I hope that they do the paint job really well on these figures. I think the prototypes look fantastic. I love that they pretty much nailed how the monsters looked on those classic Jacobus covers. And what also comes with these figures, I should also mention, they have brought in new trading cards for the 5 main figures. So we're getting trading cards for Slappy, the Haunted Mask, the Scarecrow, Mud Monsters, and Prince Koru, which we haven't had legitimate trading cards thrown into the mix. I think the last round of trading cards were released as like a GameStop exclusive for one of the Goosebumps games years ago, around when the movies came out. So we're getting new Goosebumps trading cards. And they come with this standee that you could put the card inside, and you can also pose the figure on. So I'm guessing there's going to be a little hole spokes on the bottom of the feet of these figures where they mount in, and you can display them. And they each have, I think, personalized backgrounds based on the books. They, as of now, we've only seen one. They could be the same stock one for every figure, but I'm hoping they do more personalized ones. If they do the same one, that's fine, as long as the card is the identifier. I don't care. But that pretty much summarizes this news video. This is insane to me, that we're finally getting this new era of merch coming in for Goosebumps, and I'm excited for the IP, and I'm excited for all the potential young fans that are going to be coming out of this, discovering the franchise, seeing the marketing, and then they're going to be like us, who are just obsessed with the books, hopefully. And that's good. I think that's a really good thing. So yeah, let me know down in the comment section, what did you think about this announcement of these new toys? What do you think is the possibilities moving forward for Goosebumps merch? Do you agree with anything I said? Do you not? I'm dying to know. And I'll see you next time.